Trump slamming Bill and Hillary Clinton over the latest bombshell revelations showing the former president received millions in personal income that was linked to the Clinton Foundation donors. Trump saying that the Clintons would do it again, that they would use the Oval Office to rake in money for themselves if she wins. At a rally last night, he questioned why the election was even being held.
We should just cancel the election and just give it to Trump, right? What are we even having it for? What are we having it for? Her policies are so bad. Boy, do we have a big difference.
John Roberts joining us now, live from New Hampshire, where Donald Trump will be campaigning later today, and 4 electoral votes are up for grabs. Good morning to you, John.
Martha, good morning to you, and a crowd of people gathering here in the lobby of the Radisson Hotel. They'll be making their way in the next few minutes to that Trump rally, and you can bet that he's going to talk more about this idea of how the Clintons made their money. You know, New Hampshire and Maine and Iowa, where he'll be later on today. 3 real must-win states for Donald Trump. He trails Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire and Maine by about 2 points. He's got a slight lead in Iowa. And a new ABC News tracking poll out this morning shows that the race is narrowing further. It's got Hillary Clinton now with a 4-point lead. That's down 2 points, 48 to 44 rather. Donald Trump has improved his standing in that tracking poll by 6 points since it started. 3 events yesterday in the battleground state of Ohio where the Real Clear Politics average shows him up slightly more than 1%. Trump joking, as you pointed out, that, hey, they should just cancel the election and declare him the winner because Hillary Clinton, in his words, would be so bad for America. But really drilling down on this idea that we have seen the Clinton movie before, are you sure you want to see it again? Listen to what he said.
If the Clintons were willing to play this fast and loose with their enterprise when they weren't in the White House, just imagine what they'll do given the chance to once again control the Oval Office. And we've had enough, honestly. I think we've had enough of the Clintons, in all fairness. Right? Don't you think?
In addition to all that, Trump will also be talking about Obamacare, his plans to repeal and replace it, particularly when you look at where it's going now with premiums. Jobs in the economy, always a big issue here in New England, as well as the heroin epidemic that really has decimated places like New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Martha?
So true. So 11 days to go. It's clearly crunch time for the Trump campaign, and they're talking about early voting. What are they saying about that, John?
People have been going to the polls in a number of states. Of course, absentee ballots have been coming in. The Trump campaign and Republican Party very happy with where they are now, pointing to absentee ballot returns in the state of Arizona, where they say that between that and early voting, they are up by 35,000 in terms of the number of Republicans who have returned ballots. You don't know who they're voting for. They're 1.2% ahead of where they were in 2012 in Iowa, and they say that in North Carolina, they lead by 8 points in absentee ballots. And let's take a look at Florida. I really think this is fascinating, because every day we get a report from the state of Florida, broken down county by county, on where we are with early voting and absentee voting. In the early voting, the Democrats lead by 37,791, but in mail-in or absentee ballots, Republicans are ahead 52,140. So the net is that you've got 14,349 more Republicans who have returned ballots. Not to say that that's the way they're voting, because all the Republicans could have voted Democrat and all the Democrats could have voted Republican, but we'll assume that a lot of them will be voting that way. The problem for Trump, though, really is Colorado, New Hampshire, and Maine, and North Carolina. If he wins Colorado, he can afford to lose New Hampshire and Maine, and vice versa. But he's got to have North Carolina with its 15 electoral votes, or the thing could be all over, Martha, because it looks like Pennsylvania is beginning to slip away for him. And I've lost you in my ear, Martha, so I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, and North Carolina's looking tighter in the latest numbers that we see. This is a really fascinating moment in this race.